Chapter 3: Connecting with the Universal Mind. Everything around you exists as part of the Universal Mind, also called divine, all that is. The Universal Mind is unmanifest essence, the substance of which all physical form is created. You are part of this infinite intelligence. This higher intelligence exists in perfection and perfectly creates your thoughts, beliefs, and inner pictures as the world you experience around you. You can learn to tap into this higher mind and draw to you unlimited health, abundance, new ideas, knowledge, and anything else that you want. The universal mind is perfection. It perfectly creates what you think about. How can you best use your connection to this vast, all-powerful force? Think about what you want rather than what you don't want, for the universal mind creates whatever you think about. Focus steadily on your visions, hopes, dreams, and goals, and intend to have them. Allow your mind to come under the direction of your higher self and have clear, positive, and creative thoughts. Imagine that your reality is in truth only a dream you are having. You have embellished your dream with certain props, your home, job, and material possessions, all reflecting what you think you can have. You draw to yourself other people who play out complementary roles, acting as mirrors to teach you more about yourself. You are here to learn about your thoughts and emotions, and you learn by seeing them reflected all around you. Since your reality is your dream, you can dream it any way you want. You can change the script anytime you want, bring in new actors, and make your dream turn out way better. You can have everything that you want that serves your higher good. Your reality is not as rigid as you might believe. You can change your circumstances more easily than you might think. You can have a world of joy, smiling faces, peace, abundance, and more. There are no limits to what you can have. You can create miracles by doing energy work. How do you connect with the universal mind and use this connection to create what you want? You are always linked with the universal mind, for it creates whatever you think about. You can learn to consciously link with the universal mind by doing what I will call energy work before you take physical action to create what you want. The universal mind contains the unmanifest essence of all forms before they appear in your physical reality. As you work with energy, you are consciously working with the universal mind. Your energy work involves using thought, imagination, and visualization before you take physical action. Energy work uses the power of light, magnetism, and your link with the higher dimensions to create results. You can do energy work by using your imagination to turn what you want into patterns, colors, symbols, or a feeling sense. You do energy work by then imagining the pattern to be more beautiful, open, and harmonious as you mentally picture and play with the image of what you want to create. You are working with it as energy. When you do energy work and then add light, there is no limit to what you can create. Doing energy work before you take physical action will bring the events, circumstances, and things you want into your life more rapidly and in better ways than when you don't. Working directly with the essence of what you want will bring things to you in their highest form. Creating with energy can produce such immediate and powerful results that many would call it creating miracles. Before you do energy work, first concentrate on the results that you want to create. Then, Imagine your mental aura as a gridwork of light extending straight upward. The higher it goes, the finer the gridwork becomes. Some people picture this gridwork as a screen whose mesh grows finer the higher it reaches. Others see it as a fabric of woven light, imagining the weave to be closer and finer in the higher dimensions. Send your awareness upward through this gridwork and imagine that you are linking with the highest aspects of the universal mind. Imagine you are meeting with what you want to create in its energy state, and mentally work with whatever image comes into your mind to make it more beautiful. When it feels good as energy, you can draw it to your reality by imagining that you are turning this energy into subatomic particles of light that you harmonize with and bring into your being. You can learn to do this within seconds, and doing this can create amazing and rapid results. For example, one man was sitting in a long line where everyone else was irritated and impatient at the wait. He started to improve the situation by concentrating on the results he wanted, that the line would move more quickly and that the people would feel at peace. He then imagined a gridwork of light around his head extending straight upward, becoming finer and more beautiful the higher it went. Using his imagination, he imagined what the results he wanted would look like as energy. He saw pink circles of harmony spreading outwards. He added light to this image. It took only seconds to do this energy work, and he was amazed at the results. Immediately after he finished, 3 people in front of him decided to leave. 2 clerks came and opened up new lines, and everyone became calmer. He was served and gone in minutes. When it was time to get my first book, Living with Joy, published, I had Sanaya do energy work instead of sending the manuscript out to publishers. She started by picturing the results she wanted, a published book. During one session of working with the book as energy, she imagined it looking like a magnetic ball of light that called to itself all the people who wanted to add more light to their lives and whom this book would assist in doing so. Another time, she imagined the manuscript charged with the energy of everyone who would be assisted by reading it, letting a publisher be drawn to the possibility of making a contribution to the lives of these people. Though Sanaya enjoyed working with the unpublished book as energy, she also felt concerned, thinking that she should take some concrete physical action. Since no particular action seemed to be indicated, she kept working with energy and didn't send the manuscript out to publishers. She didn't know that a friend had given the manuscript to a publisher. One day, while meditating, the publisher got a very strong inner message that he was to publish the book, even though he hadn't thought of doing so before. He immediately called Sanaya to tell her of his decision, and the book was published. When you work with energy, it may feel as if you are making it up. You can create real results by imagining you are working with the energy of what you want to create. For example, one woman was trying to rent a car because hers had broken down and she needed a car to drive to work and pick up her children from school. A friend drove her to the airport where she talked to a representative from each of the many rental car agencies there. They all told her the same thing, that they couldn't rent a car to her because she didn't have a credit card. She was ready to give up, but because she desperately needed a car, she tried to think of something else to do. She remembered that she could consciously link with the universal mind and work with what she wanted as energy. She went outside and took a moment to concentrate on the results she wanted, to drive away in a car she had rented. Next, she imagined her mental aura as a gridwork of light. She sent her awareness upward along it into the higher dimensions, where she sensed the energy of what she wanted. Everything felt very closed and rigid, so she mentally pictured the energy opening up. She put light around everything until she felt an almost physical click. It felt like she was making it up, yet she felt drawn to go back to one agency that had turned her down. She discovered that a new representative had come on duty. He found a way for her to rent the car, telling her he didn't know why he was making an exception other than that for some strange reason he felt compelled to assist her. One man wanted to attract more clients to his business. He had tried advertising and many other things, but most of the promotions cost him a lot of money and brought in few clients. He decided to work with what he wanted to create, more clients as energy. He sat quietly, sending his awareness upward along the grid work to connect with the universal mind and the energy of what he wanted to create. He imagined a rainbow going from his heart to each person he wanted to reach. He made the picture even more vivid and powerful by imagining beautiful music playing as he connected with each person. He sent an image of light to each person from his heart to theirs and told them mentally how he would welcome and serve them as his clients. Within a week, many new clients contacted him, even though he had done no additional advertising. Several new ideas came into his mind about how he could attract more business, and when he took action on them, he was able to dramatically increase the number of clients he served. One company found out that a valued employee was quitting and immediately went to work to replace her. They put ads in a newspaper and shortly thereafter hired someone. This person found another job the day before she was scheduled to start working for them, and the next person they hired never showed up or called on the day she was supposed to start. They decided they needed to do energy work before they placed any more ads. Though some did not believe that it would work, they all sat together and focused on the person for whom the job would be ideal. They created a clear, fine gridwork of light around all of them, and imagined going upward into the higher dimensions to create a welcoming, inviting space for this person to come to. Each person contributed their picture of the energy needed, and they took turns playing with each person's images. The next day, a person who had seen the ad in an old newspaper called about the job. She turned out to be perfect for the job and was soon happily employed with their company. Another group of people felt that their office was too dark and gloomy and their boss was too restrictive. They felt they got too little positive feedback and that their ideas were ignored. They had complained about these things, but nothing had changed. They decided they needed to work with the situation as energy. Together, they imagined a fine gridwork of light around themselves, extending into the higher dimensions of the universal mind, where the conditions that they wanted existed as energy. They first pictured their office and their current conditions as a small, dark cage that they then turned into an auditorium filled with light. They kept playing with the symbol until it felt expansive, flowing, and open. Within a month, things changed dramatically in ways they couldn't have predicted. Their negative and restrictive boss quit, and her replacement was a very supportive and positive person. The head of the company suddenly decided to move the office to a larger, more open, and light-filled space. After the move, their boss changed internal policies so that each person had more say in how decisions were made. The more expansive your thoughts, the more expansive the reality you create. Your creativity and imagination are two important keys in making a better reality for yourself. You need to be creative to work with things as energy, and you need to use your imagination to picture the results you want. When you use your creativity and imagination, you can expand your ideas of what is possible for you to have and thus create a better life for yourself. You can learn to be creative. All of you have experienced moments of creativity, sudden insights, new visions of the way something could be done, and bursts of inspiration. The only differences between people who think that they are creative and people who think that they aren't are their beliefs about their creativity. Start telling yourself that you are a creative person. You have the ability to generate new ideas that will take you to higher levels in your life and work. Stop for a moment and think about something that you would like to improve. Then be creative and picture something even better than you have yet imagined happening in this area. Don't accept your circumstances as the best you'll ever have. Don't believe people when they tell you something is impossible to create when you know how to create with energy and light. Anything is possible. Believe in your success. Picture yourself having what you want. Learn to use your imagination. Your ability to picture something that does not yet exist in your reality is one of your highest abilities. Your imagination allows you to think of having more than you have now. Your imagination transcends this dimension and connects with the universal mind where anything is possible. Your imagination can connect with what you want as energy, play with it, add light to it, and then bring it into your reality quickly and easily. Take time to daydream, fantasize, relax, and think about what you want to create. Practice thinking in new, unlimited ways. Unlimited thinking puts you in touch with the larger picture of your life and links you with the expanded vision of your higher self. Enlarge your vision of what is possible. Think positively and imagine yourself having more than you have now. If you want a relationship to be more loving, picture that relationship as you want it to be rather than focusing on the way it is. If you want money, abundance, your soulmate, or good health, imagine you already have whatever you want and thank your higher self in advance for bringing it to you. Work with the energy of what you want and believe it is possible to have. Use affirmations, positive statements in the present tense that affirm you already have what you want. For instance, you can say, I am now enlightened. I now have abundance. I am loving, kind, and open, and thus become these things. Although these things may not be true while you are saying them, as you continue to say these things, they will become true. Trust that once you affirm having something, everything that happens is preparing you to have it. As you picture your success and affirm that you already have it, the universal mind works with you, creating perfectly for you the things you think about and believe in. The universal mind can create for you only what it can create through you. You are a co-creative force with the universal mind. It creates for you the best that is possible within the boundaries of your current ability to receive what you are asking for. If you think in expanded, creative, and open ways, the universal mind will reflect this by giving you more expansive things to think about. You can have the best life you can imagine, a life filled with joy, abundance, loving friends, and good health. Think of an area in your life that you would like to improve. Take a moment right now to picture it just as you want it to be. Affirm that what you want will happen and trust that it will manifest for you in the perfect time and in the perfect way. Create it as energy and use the meditation that follows to bring it into your life. Connecting with the universal mind meditation. This can be found on the end card on your screen right now or in the description box below, as well as the playlist with all the meditations from this book.